Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to continue the epistemology reads. It looks like today's focus is going to be on the vow. Now the vow is, let me pull from my book here, the promise, the contract, and the oath. When the vow is spoken, the earth shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. It's funny because I'm about to drop this card. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitations of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, whether that's consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies the end of it, and its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. That's such an interesting artwork as well. I love the bird that's spread, as well as the hands gripping themselves. But when we look deeper at this card, there's actually 3 hands, because it's two hands holding each other like this, right? And then there's a third hand holding both of their wrists together. So I am kind of getting the sense here already of like maybe a karmic contract or karmic breakage, like the ending of a karmic contract. Yeah, one light bearing witness to the shift towards destiny, but one dark unconscious vows, unkept promises, and messy karma. So this absolutely could be in regards to, a karmic contract or something else. But something else that I really want to note here is if we look at the hand, that's a diamond embedded in the forearm of it. How interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull. Let's start with some theme cards. What is going on with the vow collective spirit? Ooh, can we dive deeper into that? We have guilt. So someone might be feeling guilt, maybe about a karmic relationship that ended messily. Oh, let's get just one more. Okay. And we have victim. Maybe they feel that they victimized you, or maybe you feel as if you were victimized in a situation. It's so funny. I have made the joke over and over again where it's like, oh, how did you guys meet? Like, we met 10 lifetimes ago and he's been torturing me in every single one since. I know someone like that. I have like a really bad karmic contract with them, and every time I see them again, they do horrendous things to me, and I just kind of like, okay, and move on, but they feel like immense guilt for it, which, fair, what can you do? Let's go, I wanted to take a look at the situation, but the situation wants to take a look at me, so we have journal. Yeah, you might have been writing about this, or they maybe they want to like write you a letter, reach out to you in some way. They're locked down right now. They're in a mental prison or confused. This could also be you as well. You might find yourself with circling thoughts about this person because you might feel as if there's unfinished business in this situation. Can I get a couple more? Oh, we have 2 fly out. We have kinky ways, sneaky. Oh, I'm sorry. Sneaky. It says maybe this is like your sneaky link. It says sexually open, looking to explore fantasies and fetishes. Okay, interesting. And the second one that came out is thirsty, seeking attention, needing validation, desperate, and pushy. On the back of the deck, I have the roller coaster coming out. So yeah, I definitely do feel as if this is someone that you know. Ooh, maybe in the past you thought of this person as a soulmate, because I've got my soulmate card here as well. There may have been an intense, passionate connection between the two of you with his kinky ways. Maybe you had opened up to them about it, or I'm getting like sexting. Maybe you like typed some naughty things to them, or you guys had a really passionate connection that way. It does look like someone walked away here though, and someone else is feeling, maybe even both of you are feeling a lot of guilt in this situation. you or this person may feel like something in the situation went wrong. One thing that I really want to note in this card, ooh, my ear just like got stung. That was weird. One thing I wanted to note in this is this dragon in the back, right? This dragon is seen in a different card, in my trickery card. So you may feel that, you know, you had this really passionate dynamic or relationship with someone. And when things ended, it was due to them acting like a trickster, not keeping their word, not keeping their promises. I do feel as if, yeah, they feel like confined, because if you look at her wrist there, she has chains on her. And look at the person in the back. I feel like both of you do have this sense that something here is not yet finished. But I'm getting more that this is like a karmic contract. Maybe they made a promise to you that they didn't keep. Maybe they were supposed to give you something. Or they... okay, let's just get some more before I go hopping in. Let me get just one. Oh, okay. And my lucky card coming out. So I do get the sense that someone here wants to reach out and make things better here. We have Pisces coming out. You or them might be a Pisces or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces season might be significant as well. If I remember correctly, that's March and February. Yeah, my dad's a Pisces. He's February 20th. So I definitely know end of February is Pisces. But let me find out what's going on here. I'm going to pull some energies for you and them. Oh, okay. All right, well, that came out so quickly. I was not expecting it. I thought I was going to get to have some fun and shuffle. But we do have my beaver on the back of the deck here. So I think you're able to acknowledge that, like, repairing this dynamic would be hard work. Likely because of this victim energy that's going on here. And I think even for them, it might be difficult to come forward because of this guilt energy. Now, I'm seeing you as this mouse coming out. This person might have made you feel small. That's an earth energy, so Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus coming out. But the mouse, it's about nitpicky, being detail-oriented and nitpicky, maybe even a perfectionist. I feel like they're viewing you like, it's so funny because I'm seeing all these sparks in the back of this card here. So it's like they're viewing you as like a light in the dark, or like you light their heart up. Something about fireworks as well that I'm really picking up on. Like you lit them up in some way. I haven't looked at this, so let's look at it together. Sorry, I never see my elk energy in reverse. Oh my goodness. The elk is the father. This is what I use for like God in my readings. And this being in reverse tells me this is someone who wasn't a stable partner. They didn't know how to, whether masculine or feminine, they didn't really know how to like stand in their own power. This person, I was picking up sneaky. So this person might have been really sneaky. Interesting. I don't like that elk being in reverse. And look at that black sun in the back. I feel like this person, the guilt is just like eating them alive here. They might be getting, or like overthinking about you or getting a lot of messages about you. Given that we have all these antlers like on fire here. So when I'm seeing that in reverse, it's almost as if like they can't get you out of their mind. They're trying to think of some way to reach out to you. Now both of these are earth signs. Again, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus coming out. So they do feel as if you're a good match for them, but I don't think they feel like you're on their level. Maybe that's why they needed to keep you small. Maybe that's why they put you in a situation where you felt victimized, because they didn't feel like they were on your level, so they were trying to drag you down to theirs. Okay, I'm going to get just a little bit more information before we dive into the tarot here. Okay. I was going to grab a different deck, but it's fine. I can mess with this one. It's just a little big for my hands is all. What's going on in this bit? Thank you. Yeah, we have the heart chakra in reverse. Maybe you I feel like you did pour a lot into this person or into this relationship with this person. Like poured your heart out with them. We have 4 as well, being highlighted on that card. 4, the life path 4, is all about stability. So I feel like you were That's so funny. I did mention God. I feel like you were sent by spirit or by God to this person's life to help them like balance out their heart chakra, or maybe even just show them like how they should be. It's so funny. Not to bring God back into this again, but this is something that, yeah, I feel like you haven't moved on, or at least they definitely haven't moved on. They're trying to think of a way to come back towards you, but they don't know if they can, because I feel like both of your hearts are quite broken in this situation. Not to go off topic here, but, you know, I was doing some research on the Old Testament Bible, specifically on the area where it talks about men leading. Now, number one, the Bible doesn't talk about men leading. It doesn't. The actual word that it uses for it, it's actually a Grecian root word. And when we look at the original Grecian root word for lead, right, it isn't domination, like a lot of the patriarchy seems to mistranslate it to. It's not that a man should dominate or lead a household in that way as if they are soldiers being dragged into war. That's not what it means at all. The actual root word for lead, now there are other words that they could have used. That's why we know that it's not about leadership, it's about support. Because the actual root word for the Grecian word is to support, to love, to hold, and it's to hold, right? And when we look back at the Bible, right, what were the women doing? What were the women doing for Christ's ministry? They were funding it. They were completely funding it. Not just that, but they took care of their communities. They supported their communities. They loved their communities. They held their communities, and they held them high. They lifted them higher, okay? Like, quite literally, the ministry, the Bible that we see today would not have been able to exist without the unseen, invisible work of the women behind it. And that was a vow that they chose. I should have picked up that there was something divine going on here when I saw that dove. But no, I very much do feel as if you were sent to this person's life to show them how to hold correctly, how to lead in that form of like support, of love, of care, not funding in the sense of like currency, like money, but funding in the way of like funding their heart, right? Maybe funding their passion, again, not in like a currency way, but like in the terms of support. I feel like you were meant to lead them there, and that I feel as if they may have taken that for granted, or they didn't see that, or maybe they were too stuck in the concept of like domination, especially with this victim card, too stuck in that concept of domination. And now they're feeling quite guilty about it. I think that they're looking back and realizing like, I was so lucky to have that person. I was so lucky to have that person. And look at the way that I treated them. I treated them as if, you know, they were desperate, or as if they were just a sexual outlet for me. I feel like this person learned so much about themselves just by interacting with you. And that was the intent, but that's also why there seems to be some unfinished business here. But I'm getting the sense that you might not be interested in seeing them. Interesting. Okay, what do I want to go next? Yeah, why not? Okay. I'm going to use my Alice in Wonderland deck. It is holographic, so it's going to be a bit hard to show you guys the cards, but that's okay. Oh, I'm going to try my best. We have 4 here. I was not expecting that. In the back of the deck, I have Investigate. Yeah, I feel like you're not looking at this person. They might be watching your social media, though. I feel like they don't want to. They're scared. They're, like, scared to look at themselves as the perpetrator of this loss. Perpetrator. That's weird. The first one that comes out is follow your own good advice, number 10. Now, 10 is the number of completion. So I do feel as if when this person does reach out, I see your intentions only really being to like end this karmic bond or contract. Now, the issue here is that this person, we have number 34, impossible things. Now that rounds to 7. Impossible things. This person doesn't know if they can face you truthfully with all this instability that they brought to you, that they pushed on you. And look at the difference between these cards. This person, the elk, the masculine energy that I was feeling, there's so much light in the background. I feel like that's what they what you gave them. And then with this mouse, it's like covered in dark. But like these sparks. You might feel like maybe this person, I just saw a meme about this recently. It was like, oh, you could have took my car, you could have took my house, but no, you went straight for the light in my eyes. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Is like this person, they did you dirty. I can't even try to sugarcoat it. This person seems like they did you real dirty. This might have been in regards to like maybe cheating or some kind of something sexual here. Interesting. Yeah, because we also have number 23 that runs to 5. We're all mad here. And 5 is the number of karmic contracts, okay? We have we're all mad here. So I feel as if this person is kind of, it's almost like they're pushing. That's so weird. It's like they don't want to look at the fact that they are the cause of this, of whatever ending happened between you two. And they're almost assigning it like, they're almost assigning their behavior to be like not that bad or neutral. It's like they're trying, in their own head, they're trying to devalue their actions as if it shouldn't be hurtful. This person feels as if they don't want to look at themselves. And maybe that's what they did. Maybe you made this person look at themselves. We also have forget who you are in reverse. So yeah, maybe this, I was picking up on that. Maybe this person was like trying to gaslight you or like tell you like, oh, it's not that bad, or that's their plan to come back in. But I think they know that that's not gonna work here. Okay, let me, oh, the nails. That's not what I want. Is this? Yeah, okay. Let me just get 1 or 2 from this deck. I just want to clear idea. This person might try to come in and like distort the truth to you or try to devalue your experience. But I see you standing really strong. I actually see someone like stomping their foot. Not like in a toddler tantrum way, but in a way where they're like, no, like I'm not going to stand for this. Like you're going to listen to me for once. Oh, that's interesting. I just got really heated. Sorry, we have source. I knew it. I should have. I feel like, yeah, I feel like you were a blessing to this person. Maybe you're an earth angel. I feel like you were a blessing to this person. And they took it for granted. This is coming back to the number 4 again. With 3 and 1, number 31. It's about stability. You were put in this person's life to help them gain like stability and maybe even a sense of self here. Maybe even some self-esteem. But this person is like, they don't want to acknowledge the work that you've put in. They don't want to acknowledge the bad situation that they put you in. Interesting. But I feel like God saw it. God saw all of it. We have repression in reverse. This person does want to reach out to you. But I don't know if it's for, maybe they want to like seduce you. And that's the thing. It's like they're just desperate. They're desperate for your attention, for your love, but they don't know how to come back properly. And I feel as if the reason that they don't know, oh, that's coming back to, look, 2-2. That's for number 4 as well on that repression card. I feel like this person doesn't, ooh, I'm falling, doesn't really know who they are. I have my feet on a stool, so it just tipped over. I feel like they don't really know who they are. I feel like they're scared to look at themselves in the mirror, to look at their own behaviors, potentially because of this guilt. This person seems to have super low self-esteem, but they do feel like they were lucky to know you and to have you. Oh, we have message of love on the back of the deck, and that's coming back to number 7. And then we have a message of peace. Yeah, they do want to make things right. They do want to repair the connection, but yeah, karmic relationship. Maybe they involved another karmic. I do feel like this person's got it backwards. The way that they're trying to come in is like backwards. And I feel like God knows that. So God is trying to hold them back. Not even trying to. They're not letting them in your energy. Oh, but I feel like it's kind of building into this. It's not resentment. It's almost like, it tastes like cowardice to me. Because it's like this bittersweet taste. So it really does feel like this person is quite cowardly. So despite all of their guilt and all this like built up energy of wanting to come towards you, one, they're blocked off. I don't think that they can reach out to you because source has cut off all access to you. But more importantly, like, they need to take a good, hard look at themselves in the mirror before they come towards you. Yeah, we have that trickster energy again because there's this little dragonfly here that looks just like the trickery card in my other deck. It looks just like this dragon here. And I feel like you're going to be rewarded because I feel like you actually didn't do much wrong in this situation. I feel like you were teaching them the lessons that they needed to learn, but they weren't learning them or absorbing them, or they wanted to like devalue you so that they didn't have to accept what you were saying as truth. Okay, I'm going to look deeper into this with some tarot, and then we'll get some messages because I'm curious what this person would say if they would come towards you. And when we're done with the messages, we'll go ahead and grab some charms and some nice self-care because it looks like you've been through a lot with this person. It seems like they've taken you on a roller coaster ride, and I just want to make sure that, you know, we get a little bit of self-care in here. So let me put these away. I'm going to keep up the theme and the animals just to be sure. This person does want to come in and like talk to you, give you like this message of love, but I don't know if it's genuine. It doesn't feel like they want to share their emotions. It feels like they just want back in. And that feels, it doesn't feel malicious. It just feels stupid. If I can be really honest with you, it feels very pointless. And that might be how you're feeling, where you're like, well, if they were to come back, like that would be pointless. Like, I'm not going to entertain this again after, you know, you took my love for granted, you know? And that's completely reasonable. I feel like you're expecting them to come in a very specific way. And I don't think you're wrong about that. I feel like your intuition is guiding you towards some kind of like karmic outlet here. But as of right now, like the gates to this karmic contract have been sealed. Like this person cannot come towards you. All right, yeah, I'm gonna use my vampire deck. Oh, they're stuck. That's why. We have my hanged man coming right out in reverse. This person is stuck, but it's of their own volition. Again, it's like this is in their head, and a large part of their karma here is that they have to take a long look at themselves and recognize, what is it? The common denominator in this situation. And that the common denominator in this situation is them. Now look at us. And these two are stuck together. We have the Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles stuck right behind it in reverse. Now my Six of Pentacles, I always see this as like an unfair relationship. Look at him. He's about to like prey on her while she's just brushing her hair. And with my Seven of Pentacles, I usually think of this as like a harvest card, right? So this person feels that they have unfinished business with you, and that's why they want to come towards you. But they want to come towards you to like offer you this unfair relationship, and they know that you're not going to take that or deal with that. So let's just take a closer look. What else is going on with this person? This elk. We have my Eight of Cups in reverse. They can't walk away from you, or at least their mind can't. It feels like they're plagued with thoughts about you. And then we also have my Ace of Swords. Yeah, they know that if they come forward, they'll have to admit something or be honest with you, or I'm hearing come clean, but it really does feel like they'll have to take like a long look in the mirror. They'll have to admit, you know, who they are and who they've been towards you and how they treated you unfairly, how they hurt your heart. Let's take a closer look. Just a couple more, one or two, please. That Ace of Swords coming with stuck and my Seven of Pentacles with my Hanged Man and Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is really stuck because they feel like they have to come towards you, but they don't know how they're going to do that. They don't want to do it in the right way in order to like properly end this. Yeah, they want to come in seducing you. Look at the devil in reverse there. This person, ooh, addictions. Maybe third parties were involved in this situation. We have my Wheel of Fortune. My Wheel of Fortune is like a wish fulfillment card for me. To see that upright, this person, oof, they really did see you as like a wish fulfillment. But it's like they fumbled here. They fumbled the World. We have the World card. And look at that. There are 2 women in that. With the man who's just once again preying on them. So this does feel as if like, and he's laughing. Oh, there's 3 women in this card. There's one in the back behind him. If this person comes towards you, they might have someone. They might be in another relationship. That might be another thing that they don't really want to disclose. We have my 2 of Pentacles. This person's still juggling. If not you, other people. Maybe that's why the Source card came out. Source and supply. Maybe their other supplies are like starting to run dry. Or they're just not as fulfilling to this person as you were. But I do feel as if their intention is, yeah, to come in, to have a new beginning with you, to seduce you, to try to put you back into this energy of like helping them. Yeah, we have my King of Cups behind that. With my 6 of Cups, this person's super immature. Maybe there's also something about like, because my 6 of Cups is usually like a child's card. So it could be like they want to either expose, maybe they have a kid, or they want to get you pregnant and have this like fresh new start with you. We have my 9 of Wands right behind that. Like this person's not ready yet. They have to go through a couple more karmic lessons. And maybe that's what they're dealing with right now, is the karma for treating you the way that they did, for ending this contract or allowing it to end the way that they did. They're looking for this new beginning, but they really don't have any control over themselves, if I can be honest with you, especially with this Magician card here. This person doesn't have control over themselves or their situation. That's why they're coming in looking for like a commitment. They're hoping that you'll give them a chance, that they can build with you, but I would not trust this. This seems, yeah, we have my Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like I'm not trying to be rude here, but they feel like if they're trying to like pull a fast one on you, I feel like this person underestimates your intelligence. And that's one of their biggest mistakes in this situation. Maybe they underestimate your connection or your protection from Source. But they want it all. I'm hearing the song, You Want It All. But no, they do want it all with you. But I don't know if it's genuine. This person almost seems a bit, I would say narcissistic, but I don't think that's right. I think that this person is just kind of like underdeveloped. Immature? I shouldn't say underdeveloped. I should say immature. This person seems very immature. Like, they don't really take any lessons from the bad shit that they find, the bad things that they find themselves in. Yeah, they do feel like it's not over yet. They feel like there's a lot of disharmony between the 2 of you. They could feel this in their heart. They could feel it in their heart. I think when you or they ended this contract, their heart started hurting and it didn't stop. But they can't walk away from you. There's something about hair here. I have a lot of gingers. I have a lot of gingers right here. There's like 4 different like people with red hair, ginger hair. There's also a blonde and a brunette. I'm seeing gray hair on a masculine, so it could be an older masculine. I'm also seeing someone who's bald. Someone might not have hair. Once again, ginger. We have blonde. But justice is coming in. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna, I see you like rejecting them or walking away from them or basically just being like, let me know when you get your shit together and then maybe you'll get another chance with me. But I think this person knows that like they are gonna miss you forever. I actually almost feel as if that might be what kickstarts them into looking at themselves. But I don't know that actually, because this person doesn't seem like they want to. But I feel as if Spirit or Source is trying to push them into a room with only a mirror in it. Like, I don't, regardless of what kind of supply this person currently has or is like sneaking off of, I feel as if Source is going to like one by one deplete their sources until they can't take anymore. I'm hearing sweep. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's go ahead and just take a look at some messages, because now I'm even more curious. How is this person going to try to excuse this? What the heck? Hey ho, hi, how you doing? I'm going to start off with these love cards. Ooh, I have wrongful advice on the back of this deck. This isn't even from this deck. But wrongful advice. They may have taken some bad advice. With third parties, this person might have tried to like put you in a competition, maybe for their heart. What just fell? We have the butterfly. I feel like whether or not you know it, you did transform this person. It says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I feel like this person's inner child runs the show sometimes, like a fucking circus. I don't think this person has met their own inner child. We have addiction on the back of the deck, but I'll shuffle that in a second. I do feel as if this situation between the two of you has pushed them. I don't think it pushed them. I don't think this was willing. I think this was source, divine, God. I think God pushed them into an empty room for what they did to you, for how they treated you, because they broke their promises or their vow here between you two. We have the hammer, sabotage, yeah. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. I do see this person wanting to come forward, wanting to work on things with you, but there's like so much, like ego involved in the way that they are scheming this out. And I use scheming very lightly, but this person is scheming, okay? They are like plotting and planning on how to get access to you, get access to supply again, without actually having to do any work. And God's looking at them going, no. You signed this contract for a very specific reason, to learn this specific lesson, and you're gonna learn it. So I feel like this person is, even if they are in a relationship with someone else, or if they have other supplies, this person feels empty. They feel really alone, and it's like their heart is broken. I almost feel like if they're with another person, it's like that person irritates them. And maybe they're even actively sabotaging that situation, but they might on the outside, like publicly try to show as if they're like building it. This feels like a disaster waiting to happen. If this person doesn't see it already, but I think that they're aware of that. I think that they're aware that they have this like repetitive self-destructive behavior where like they push away the wrong people to pull in the right people. Oh, it's the opposite. That's what they should be doing. And I think that's what they need to recognize, is like who the right people are in this situation, because we did have wrongful advice. We have not today, not dealing hurt. They're not ready. Avoiding a conversation, a call, a person, there's boundaries. You might still be angry with this person as well. You might not, like I said, you might have blocked them, because we have love call in the back of the deck in reverse. You might have blocked them, they aren't able, yeah, and then we have chaser right behind that. Oof. They want to come forward, but I don't think that they have a means to reach out to you, and I actually feel as if that really hurts them. Not that you should care by any means, but I do feel as if this kind of hurts them. But it's like, I think you know that if you were to let this person in, they wouldn't treat you right, because they haven't done the inner work that they need to do. Yeah, I see you healing. What the? I cut the deck. Healing from heartbreak, toxic relationships, freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction. So this person needs to clean up their fucking act. Not to have such a filthy mouth here, but like this person needs to clean up their act before they come towards you. Yeah. But they do feel as if there's unfinished business. They're saying, I'm ready. But they're not. They want to fool themselves. Maybe they're saying this to like another partner, that they're ready to move on to the next stage, but this feels like it's ego again. Like it's like a cover-up. Ah, that's so weird. I'm getting so much about crime here, because we had the chains, we had victim, we had guilt. This person knows that what they did was they committed like genuine warfare against you. They're saying, I'm open to compromises with number 2 there. They are, but they need to figure out who they are first. They need to figure out what they stand for before they try to stand in front of you. I'm trying. I left because you told me to. Yeah, maybe you walked away from this person. Or you told them that you were done. You know, I just wish things were different. On the back of the deck there. I'm gonna go ahead and just thumbnail. Thanks for being patient. Sorry guys. Sometimes I scour my videos for a decent thumbnail and I never find them. So now I have to like take a second to like actually focus on that. Ooh, we have yes in reverse. Like I said, this person they don't know what they want. And that has to do with the fact that they don't really know who they are. This person tries to avoid feelings. They try to avoid anything that's going to make them... Yeah, this is like a child. This person is like a child on the inside. And that's not an excuse for their behavior by any means. But like this person tries to avoid anything that will upset them. Let me just get one or two more. We have this love scares me with number 11 coming out. And then I just want space with number 6. Like I said, like this person is like, this is so funny. I just heard it's like you're the boogeyman under their bed or in their closet. Like this person is so scared of being face to face with you, but they don't want to lose you either. I don't know. And they're saying gossip only hurts more, as if they weren't gossiping and got bad advice from it. And maybe that's what they need to learn. Maybe they need to learn to like keep their mouth shut about their relationships. They know that you have choices and options. Yeah. They know that you have so many choices and options here. And I think they're kind of scared that they're going to miss their chance. But it's almost like they can't find a way to come forward. We have, do you even see me that way? And then I imagine you without clothes. I imagine you naked. I feel like this person's wondering if you still have feelings for them, if you still want them. But they like need to come correct. I don't know. This person's kind of like giving me a headache. Maybe this person gave you a headache with the way that they acted. Yeah, look at that. I just dream and wish for everything. It's like this person is... It's like they're stuck in a fantasy where you'll wait for them, or... You're saying think before you act. But I feel like this is their guides. Their guides are like literally not letting them come towards you. Make my heart full on the back of the deck there. I feel like you lit this person up and they miss you, but they're like so caught in these old habits and ways, and even perhaps other relationships and addictions. I feel like spirit, like source and spirit, the universe is keeping them far away from you. We have wedding rings in reverse. Maybe you thought this, oh, with karmic relationship. If this person gets married, we have addiction behind that. If this person gets married or they're like flexing on social media, I don't think that this is something that they actually want. This actually feels like something maybe they were pushed into. And that might be their karma. We have self-indulgence behind that, and behind that is separation. So I feel like if this person does go down the route of trying to pair with a new supply really soon, it's going to be cut off just like that. Because this person needs to be alone. This person needs to be alone to figure out what is going on inside of them that is causing all these behaviors, all these like childish behaviors. This person needs to like nurture their inner child really badly. Or like get to know them, maybe soothe them so they stop destroying everything. Because I'm seeing a child like stomping around, like throwing toys. Maybe that's the type of person that this is though. Like if they don't get what they want, they just become like inconsolable about it, like a child. Like they don't listen to reason. Oh, I'm looking at the elk card here, and it's like you didn't think that this was the kind of person that they were. I feel like you really did see the best in this person. And you were meant to. I feel like that was part of the karmic contract that you had signed with this person. You were meant to like bring light to this person. But all they did was steal it. Rather than like cooperate and continue to build it, they just try to like yoink it out of you. I'm actually seeing, this is such a niche reference. It's an episode of Naruto. And it's where like Naruto is, he's trying to gain power over the Nine-Tails Fox. Now, this evolves throughout the series, right? The first time that Naruto meets the Nine-Tails Fox, he's like he's a child, right? He's like maybe 10, maybe 11 years old. So he's like super childish about it. He's like, listen, Fox, you're in my body. You owe me rent. And that's kind of how this person treated you in the beginning, I feel like. It's again with that like childish, spoiled entitlement of like, well, you like me, so you owe me your energy. You owe me your heart. But then like, you know what Naruto did with all that power? He didn't use it right. He didn't use it right at all. And every time he used it, it like weakened the seal a little bit more. And his hatred overtook him. It like coated his body, and in the process of it coating his body, he would rampage and become destructive and destroy everything. So then that had to get cut off, right? They cut him off from that power. They said you have to rely on your own power only. You cannot rely on the Nine-Tails power anymore, because if you continue to do this, it will consume you. And that's kind of the point that this person's at, is where like Source, God, the universe, has shoved this person into an empty room and said, you have to rely on your own power now, because you took the sweet mouses, you took their power from them, you took their light away from them, and you let hatred or anger or this childish antics consume you. Could have been like third parties or addictions, something that like literally, it seems like it destroyed who this person was internally. Whatever they participated in, whatever kind of advice that they got. Ugh, 6 sad worlds. Okay, all right, let's get into... All right, let's do some charms. Why not? That's what I have so far. Yeah, I feel like... And it's funny because Naruto does eventually, like, he comes after the Nine-Tails and he tells them, like, one day, Nine-Tails, I'm going to come after all the hatred that's inside you too. And ironically, that is a very small part of what got the Nine-Tails Kurama to actually change his mind towards humans and cooperate with Naruto and share his power with them. I feel like you two actually would have made quite a team. And I know that you had. I feel like you had I want to say high hopes, but I think the truth here is expectations. I think that's the real word. And I don't think you were wrong for having those expectations. I think you felt the undercurrent of whatever contract you two had signed together. I'm hearing holding it all together. Maybe you were the one that was holding all this together. Interesting. Let me grab an angel number for you. I didn't expect it to be that loud. I'm sorry. I have 1154. So go into your browser, type in 1154 angel number meaning. Please share that down below. I love to see what they are. We have Mars coming out. That's that passion energy that I was picking up on earlier. And I think that's Capricorn again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Capricorn coming out. A lot of earth signs here. Something here might have had to do with like money or work. Maybe that's where maybe this person's a really hard worker. And that's where they get a lot of like their self-value. But I feel like whatever this person had built for themselves has been snatched away because of how they treated you. Okay, I'm gonna grab some self-care for you. Sorry, I just reorganized all my decks, so I'm a little bit lost on where everything is exactly, but I'm gonna try my best. Where are my self-care cards? Can't be there. I have no clue. My goodness. All right, well, I guess I'll grab a meditation card instead. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do it. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I have a karma card here. Volunteer to read or play games with elderly people at a nursing home. I just threw it. I'm sorry. But maybe that's what maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe they would get some good advice, some proper advice from an elder, or even maybe that's who they got bad advice from, was someone of like a previous generation. Because like, look, I love my grandparents, right? I love them so much when they were on earth. Some of the advice my grandmother gave me was mostly about beating men into submission. And while I love her for that, we do not live in a time period where I can do that and not get arrested. So like any of the advice that she tried to give me about relationships, it doesn't apply to this generation at all, right? It doesn't apply to like the experiences that I have, because our experiences are so far on opposite spectrums. Like, she was raised in a world where she was born into a world where she didn't have rights. She's treated as property. I mean, it's only been 32 years as of this year that beating your wife was made illegal, that you know, sexual assault towards your wife was made illegal, because prior to that, a woman was their property. A woman was their husband's property, so he could do whatever he wanted with them. Oop, we just got 3 meditation cards. And on the back, we have break the cycle. It says, is there an established routine or cycle that you get caught up in every day? Caught up is the word. I feel like this person's really stuck in old bad behaviors. Or maybe like a mindset from like a different generation. You know, this person needs to evolve, and they need to do it quickly, or they're going to be stuck for a long time. Sorry. All right, so the 3 that came out for you is hugs. Reach out and make that human connection. It will fill both of your hearts. That's so funny. I feel like your heart is broken, and I'm so sorry to hear that, baby. But, like, things are going to be okay. You don't have to rely on this person to come and fix it. We have advice from you. Imagine yourself 10 years older. Imagine you have reached all your goals and are truly happy inside. What advice would the future you give to you now? It's so funny. I feel like you guys are on opposite sides of the spectrum as well. Like this person, look at them. Look, the elk. That's one of the biggest mammals on land, especially in my country at least. That's one of the biggest mammals on land. When an elk comes by, you stop and you don't move, because they are easy to trigger, and they will absolutely crush you. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have this mouse. This, I feel like, is your energy, whoever is viewing. Look at the difference in size between these people, between these 2 animals. A mouse is a tiny little thing, but still, I feel as if this mouse holds all the power in this dynamic. And that's because this person really is like a child on the inside, in their head. And then for them, they need to focus on their inner child. You need to focus on who you're going to be in the future. Who are you going to be tomorrow? And I think this person needs to focus on that a little bit as well. You know, on who the type of person that they want to be tomorrow. But it's like in a completely different way than you, you know? It's in a completely different way. Like for you, it's very much imagine your dream life and then build it. For this person, it's like they have a lot of karmic shit to fix. Maybe they have a lot of responsibilities that they need to take care of as well in the meantime. My last meditation card for you is balance coming out. It says sit down and close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Think about the different times of your life that fill you with joy. So much about filling here. What's going on? All I can think about is like a Krispy Kreme donut. Think about the different times of your life that fill you with joy. Concentrate on ways to make more of those times. I feel like maybe you need some support or reach out to someone and just have like an easy day. Just give yourself a day off. That's what I'm really getting here for your self-care. That's rude, Spirit. Sorry, on the back of the deck it says self-respect. And I feel like you're already there. I feel like you know if this person comes in, it would be wrong of you to accept them the way that they are without some kind of change happening here. This person needs to grow up, and I've been getting that a lot in my recent archetype readings. I've been picking up on like almost like an older masculine that's really, really stuck in like old ways to the point where like they're quite childish. This person might struggle to like think for themselves. Okay, I want to grab some affirmations because In the beginning of this reading, I was picking up that this person might have devalued you. So let me grab some affirmations here. Oh, okay. Oh, this is cute. We have today I am loved. I threw it. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. This person doesn't want you to know that you're loved. I think that's what it is. I think if you were to like post a picture, a video of you like out with friends, that would kind of crush this person to see you doing well, which is so childish. It's so childish. It makes me just want to shake them. I'm going to try this again. We're going to hold it with both hands. Today I will not give in. It says, today I will not allow negative thoughts or feelings to prevent me from achieving happiness. This person does not want you to be happy. They want you to be happy because of them, which is so weird because like they don't seem like they're in the picture. Since I threw the one that says, today I am loved, I'm going to grab you another affirmation card. I don't like this masculine energy. I'm going to be honest. Grow up, dude. Grow up. People are allowed to be happy without you, especially after you hurt them. Oh my goodness. Gracious. Oh, cute. Today I am glowing. Today I have huge amounts of energy and focus to take on any challenge. Now this is making me think of pregnant people, especially with that Krispy Kreme donut, not to be disgusting. But I feel like if this person, if you're like in a different relationship, or if you're pregnant, or if you are, if you have a kid, I feel like this person would be really upset because we have the elk. The elk is the father. So this person might feel like that was like supposed to be them. But this is all ego. This isn't reality. Like they're not looking at things from like a realistic standpoint by any means. Or if you have a child with this person, yeah, maybe they think about how pretty you were during that time period, or how good the relationship was. No, I feel like this routes back more to physical beauty. I don't think this person has the capacity to really look deeper into their experiences, because this person tries to like avoid or not look at their experiences because it like disappoints them. We have today I will look ahead. Today I will see my future. It's a beautiful life that I'm looking forward to. And then today I feel worthy. So not only do you need to focus on your dream life, you need to focus on the fact that you deserve that dream life, even without this person, even in spite of this person. Okay, now I'm kind of running up the time here, so I am just going to grab 1 or 2 song cards, and then I'm going to grab some charms, and we're going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Feel free to check out my private readings in the shop below. Ooh, yeah, maybe you've been really hard on yourself. You have Hard on Yourself by Charlie Puth. This is about insecurity and needing self-love. I feel like this person really tried to devalue you or hurt you. They tried to make it seem like you weren't deserving of more than what they were giving you, but you definitely were. In fact, you were supplying them with all that they needed. I don't see why it would be so wrong of you to ask for the same or for reciprocal energy. On the back it says, why are you so hard on yourself? I can see that you're struggling. Why do you want to look like someone else? We have 3 songs total. The second one is Haters Anthem by Infinity Song. Like I said, this person might be watching your social media, but it's like, one, to make sure that you're not doing better than them or doing better without them. It's so weird. This person has a really bad superiority complex, but it comes from the fact that it doesn't seem like they mentally aged past like a young, childish age. On the back it says, I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about thinking that I'm better, but it doesn't even matter. They're right, and you know what? That's right. Like, it really doesn't matter what this person thinks of you. They don't even hold themselves in high esteem. The only reason that they would come to hate on you is because they're feeling bad about themselves. And then on the back, it says, Boy for the Weekend by Mark Indigo. This is my Snaky Link card, non-committal card. So I feel like if this person came back in, it would be to like seduce you, to like, yeah, it says, I can be your boy for the weekend. Love is impossible. You can call my phone and come over just to dirty the sheets. So I feel like that this person tried to reach out to you, it literally would be just to like try to hook up with you. And on the back of the deck, I don't know what you said to this person, but you were right. By man Gordon. It's all about reflection. Again, I feel like this person has been shoved into like an empty room to have to deal with this situation. Ew. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna grab the charms and then we're gonna leave it there because I don't really want to touch this person's energy anymore. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, a handful fell out. It's okay. Organize it really quickly. Okay. Oof. Oh my goodness. Gracious. All right. So the first couple charms that I have here is, the first one is the key. It's a cute little key. It's got like a little vine on it. It actually kind of reminds me of, so funny, like the swords that you get in like cocktail drinks, like with an olive on it. Kind of reminds me of that. This person might be drinking a lot. We have K. I feel like you're short and sweet with this one. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine, I'll drop it. It's fine. I feel like you're short and sweet with this person. Like, you're not willing to deal with their stuff. I feel like if they do come towards you, you're gonna be like, great, cool, whatever, dude, I'm out. We have 4 fortunes here. The first one says, life to you is a dashing and bold adventure. So if you are feeling a bit down right now, reach out to friends, get some support, go have some fun, give yourself a day off from dealing with this person. Like, you definitely deserve better. We have your luck changes today on the second one. I'm really shaky, I'm sorry, guys. Without you in it, the world would be a less friendly place. So maybe you're sitting here wondering, like, well, why would Source push me towards this person if they were going to hurt me, if they were going to treat me like this? Number one, they weren't supposed to. And they are getting karma for that. But number two, you are a beautiful bright light in this world. Do not forget that. And do not let this person make you think otherwise. You are not meant to give in. You glow, baby. Okay, the fourth one says, meet your partner halfway. That's what they want you to do. They want you to meet them halfway, but, or maybe that's what they're planning to do. Like, they're planning to come and meet you and, like, be like, oh, but look at me. Like, you know, I stepped up. I'm meeting you halfway. Why can't you do the same? But honestly, don't let this person back in until they have, like, actual proof of some solid change here. I don't think you should let this person in the first place. I have my 10 of Cups in reverse. Again, this is like my family card. So seeing that in reverse, if you are to leave and get someone else, if you were to be in like another relationship, if you're pregnant, if you're, you know, married to someone else, this person hates that. They feel like they are so jealous and envious. They feel like they should be in that spot. We have the Sun in reverse. That's that non-committal energy again. This person was not willing to commit. And I feel like you've healed from it. We have my 3 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you've healed from the broken heart that they've left you. Or at least you're in the process of healing from it. For my descriptors, the only one that I got was quiet. So this may be a no contact situation. Low to no contact situation. This person might be really quiet right now. My nose is going crazy. For the initials, that's all that we have left. And I have my name cards here. We have F, so Fred, Faith, Frank, Francesca, Fester, Fawn, Felicity, Florence, Frida, Faye. We have A, Amy, Alex, Alexis, Alessandra, Alice, Aaron, Ashley, Ashton, Adam, Allison, Ace, Austin, Anna, Anna, Alicia. We have C, Kane, Chris, Corey, Cody, Cassie, Katie, Carter, Cal, Kate, Carol, Caroline, Casey, Carl, Cash, Caitlin. We have B, Brandon, Brandy, Braxton, Braden, Bailey, Bella, Bessie, Bethany, Beth, Becky, Blake, Blaine, Bruce, Brittany, Brent, Billy, Brian. What's next here? Okay. We have H, Helen, Hank, Haley, Hillary, Hassan, Hal, Harry, Holt, Hannah, Then we have M. So Mary, Mason, Michael, Monica, Martha, Mark, Madeline, Martin, Macy, Marcy, Mitchell, Millie, Maya. We have O. Oscar, Olive, Oliver, Omar, Owen, Ophelia, Octavia, Oakley, Olivia, Onyx, Odette, Otto. R. Ron, Rick, Ray, Rebecca, Ryan, Randy, Rachel, Ronnie, Rory, Ruth, Rudy. Okay, sorry. I am really, really bad at initials and names, so I had to write them down because I like to do the initials, but I can never come up with them on the spot. If you want your name added to it, please let me know. I'm more than happy to add that to it. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really did enjoy doing your reading, even if it was about a man-child. And I do hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!